Where did the pie go?
She was most likely possessed by some bad dancing, pie-hungry devil. How else can you explain that?
Never Been Kissed is a 1999 American romantic comedy. Never Been Kissed is a 1999 American psychological horror film directed by Raja Gosnell. The story revolves around a newspaper reporter who enrolls in high school as part of a research for a story. So, Stephanie.
Yes.
Had you seen Never Been Kissed before you watched it for the show?
I haven't. I've heard about it. I know that Drew Barrymore was in it, but that was it.
Okay. And what did you think?
I liked it. Very much not what I expected. Very creepy. Very ominous. Yes.
So, because this movie is absolutely terrifying, we wrote down some specific plot points and questions we wanted to discuss just to make sure we stay on theme, because this episode will be like 5 hours long if we really just talk about beat by beat all the things that freak us the fuck out. So,
yeah.
First point here. We see that Josie makes an absurd amount of pillows at the beginning of the film. There are so many that you would most likely become buried and die should you fall into the bed. How does the theme of suffocating at the hands of your own creation resonate throughout the film? How does this overbearing presence of self-doubt cripple Josie Grossie?
Wow, like that is eloquently put. You know, it really is foreshadowing the demise of her entire storyline. And I would have never imagined you could gauge that with copious amounts of pillows.
Well, I mean, if you look at the bed.
Oh, yeah, for sure. No, it makes perfect sense. And I'm going to blame first-time watcher on that.
Surely you will suffocate if you fall in that bed. Was there like a lot of suspense in that scene, thinking she might trip and fall?
Yeah, for sure. I thought this is when it happens. This is when it starts the whole thing. She lands in the bed, smothered by pillows. Maybe hands would come out and grab her, pull her down into her embroidery creations.
Yeah, honestly, that's probably like the ghost of her past. Like if I were to redo this scene to make it a little bit more suspenseful, I would include the hands, but I would tie it back to like the flashbacks we get.
Yes, exactly. It could be the hands of her previous schoolmates pulling her down, and they're calling her Josie Grossie. You know, we got remake potential here.
Yeah. So remake, who would we want to play Josie Grossie then? Now I'm on I have a whole idea now, but we need to cast this.
You know what? I just saw Catherine Newton in Ready or Not 2, and she was great. I think she would fit this perfectly.
Yeah, I could see it mostly because of Lisa Frankenstein.
Yes, exactly.
Just quirky, that character? Yeah.
Yeah, quirky meets horror. It would be perfect.
So the crux of this movie, Josie is thrust into becoming a high school student again for this story. How absolutely terrifying is that to you?
I am still shaking at the thought. Honestly, I didn't want to be in high school when I was enrolled in it. No. So to go back at any time, terrifying. Like
absolutely insane. And the fact that the movie goes to this length, like I didn't think a movie could touch on such a scary topic like this, and to do it so effortlessly and like interwove it into the story. Like she's really, I will say, she's super excited to do this story. Do you think her like naivety really goes against her in the story?
Yeah, I think she has somehow created some sort of amnesia for herself and forgotten those moments until her brother comes up with her trauma and the name that they called her. And then it all comes flooding back and it's like, oh, it was a terrible idea. Why did I agree to do this terrifying thing? Right.
And that just goes to show the trauma that she faced. Like, that's insane that she just basically, to your point, doesn't even remember what she went through. That's how bad it was. Good for her for sticking it through, because she does. I mean, we'll get to it. I mean, she goes through a lot of shit. This is fine.
Couldn't pay me.
No, and she's like, it's going to be fine. Spoiler alert, it is not. You kind of started talking about this already, but Josie's brother immediately reminds Josie of her past trauma. We also find out that he is responsible for the nickname Josie Grossie.
What?
Josie, do you remember high school?
It was a long time ago.
Do you remember what they called you in high school?
Josie Grossie.
I know, I made it up. I Didn't know it was gonna catch on like it did.
Do you find him to be the ultimate horror villain? Did you think he could be redeemed from his atrocities of doing that?
Absolutely not. This is the ultimate portrayal coming from a family member, and he gets rewarded in the end by becoming the assistant baseball coach after he was dating a minor.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Like, where is my revenge? Like, I need that satisfaction.
Like, that's absolutely crazy to find that he's the one. And on top of it, it's not like this grand revelation, which you think would be like a point of contention with them. Like, she finds out that he's the one who started that name. No, he just blatantly says it.
Yeah.
He doesn't even give a shit.
And I think she already knew at that point in current time. But yeah, I don't know. It's
Right.
a mess. It's a mess.
Yeah, exactly. And that's my point. Like,
I
she
can't
knows.
believe they're even speaking.
Oh my God, I wouldn't.
No.
Be like, Josie Grossie, that is the worst nickname you could have given anyone.
Yeah. I am an only child now. I will.
Bye, Rob.
Yes, exactly.
So on the theme of the villains in this movie, we find out Anita, her best friend at work, picked out Josie's outfit for her first day. Do you think this was a secret form of sabotage by her best friend? Did you think she could ever be the secret villain that wanted Josie to be killed at the hands of the popular students?
Man, I really don't know. All I know is I'm glad she found a more cohesive makeup look to match the blonde hair. That lipstick was scary.
And
So pale.
she looked ill.
Yeah. Yeah, it was zombie lips. So
Zombie lips.
just zombie lips, nothing else. Everything else had color, not the lips.
Well, she was wearing that all-white outfit at first, right?
Yes, and that's why I think it looks so jarring against her complexion.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's a good... I didn't even think about her looking like a zombie because realistically, the students could have tried to kill her because they were like, oh my God, a zombie. So they could have just started murdering her the second she walked in. So honestly...
She lucked out there, yeah. I want to say that compared to her brother, I think Anita had good intentions. Maybe they were a little outdated. I will give her that pass. But
I don't know.
lipstick was tragic.
I don't know how you could look at that and be like, good to go.
Yeah.
So that's why I think there's some kind of secret motive, like really beneath. Maybe there's some jealousy involved. Maybe Anita peaked in high school and she wants to go back.
Ooh, yeah.
And she's like, why can't I go back to high school? So she's going to maybe get Josie brutally murdered by the students.
And then
So
she'll be the replacement reporter.
Yeah.
It all makes sense.
We
What a
don't really
tangled web we weave.
I know. We don't really go that far. Because I think, honestly, if they added that element, this movie it would be too much. Like, you literally couldn't get through it with how much they kind of try to tackle. So I do get why maybe they cut that. But you can see like little nuggets of maybe where they were trying to go with that whole situation of Anita being maybe a secondary, third, fourth villain. Because we got a lot of villains going on.
Yeah,
There's
for
a lot
sure.
of bad people walking around these high school halls, okay?
Right. We have handfuls.
Point out in the crowd, you'll probably land on somebody who's been terrible to Josie.
Yes, exactly.
So maybe the one character who is nice to Josie at first, she does kind of turn on her a little bit, but Josie also gets involved with the wrong guy. It's a whole thing. There's a lot going on. But Aldis mentions her calculus math club. How loud did you scream when she mentions calculus?
No. Wait.
I screamed for a full 3 minutes.
3
And am still internally screaming. Like,
Oh my God, 3 minutes. I think that's probably a record.
yeah, I mean, honestly, calculus would be my bad place. Having to repeat calculus over and over again, that would be my bad place. I guarantee it.
That's fair. I, IRL, almost failed geometry because my teacher decided he either lost my quiz, my test or whatever. And I was like, why do I have an F in this class? Come to find, he didn't. He either lost it or didn't grade it. And I had to fight this man I had to retake it. And I did terribly. And I was so triggered by the idea of a math club because it just brought me back to high school and where I almost failed a freaking math class because my horrible teacher.
I hope we both get the help we need.
I'm beyond help, girl.
Right?
I've never taken a calculus class actually, but if it's not
algebra.
I was gonna say if it's not algebra, I'm lost. I'm actually pretty good at algebra. But I can only assume calculus is awful. It sounds awful.
Yeah. Honestly, if I'm being, completely transparent, once we got out of the multiplication and division, I was completely lost. I was like, what are numbers? What's time? Don't know.
Why do I have to prove this is a triangle? Look at it. It has 3 sides.
Yes. The facts are right there in front of you.
Guy, he's like the most popular kid in this school. Typical mean guy. He's aloof. I don't know. He's a very weird character.
Yes.
But he goes around and he tries to spread this new word, Rufus.
Yo, this is gonna be Rufalicious.
No, Jason, it's not a stick of gum. It's Rufus. Rufus.
Were you concerned that this was actually a curse he was trying to use to destroy his high school enemies? By spreading it like wildfire, I would assume he could potentially take over the world. Do you think Guy would have potentially done this if he had the power?
Definitely. I think his words carry so much weight. And we see that when Josie goes into work to give them an update and she says it's totally Rufus and no one knows what she's talking about.
Great. Totally Rufus.
2 weeks, Miss Geller, or I'll Rufus you right out of here.
But it carries over and now it is part of her vocabulary.
Right.
So now she's going to go out there and spread it.
Unironically, she says Rufus. And it's like, oh my God, had he actually maybe been a witch or warlock or anything like that? He's not. He's just a normal plebeian. We'd be doomed. Like, Josie would have spread it to the office. We know that bitch Anita.
Yeah.
That bitch Anita. No, Anita's fine. But we know she would have definitely picked up on that. And it would have been a game over.
Yeah.
It's over.
Quite the opposite of making fetch happen. Like, he made Rufus happen.
And then people were trying to, like, take a spin. Someone said Rufalicious. Like, who knows how, if it were a curse, actually, how changing a little bit, what that could have meant for
the possibilities. Endless.
Yeah. Lord have mercy.
Right.
Everyone's dead.
And then just, again, to your point, another reason why this movie could have gone on infinitely long with Anita being a 4th bad guy and then this Rufus thing, if this would have been like the 3rd act, like Rufus overtakes the world.
Mm-hmm. Because then I don't even have them in my notes, really, but there's that trio of women. Well, girls, technically. They're high school students. What are their names? Kristen, Kirsten, and Gibby?
Yeah, sounds right.
Like, I didn't even talk about them because, like, they're a problem, but they're kind of more of his minions, I would say. I would stand to believe that they would also maybe have powers in this situation, but we don't have to speculate too long because it didn't happen, but I could see
That's
it.
True.
I could definitely see that happening. We also learn at some point there's like this back alley called the court that people hang out in, and it looks super sketchy. So my question to you is, how many bodies do you think the popular kids buried there?
I mean, at least 50. It was really a missed opportunity that Josie never took it upon herself to report on this. She could have left high school immediately if she would have just covered that story about all those missing kids.
And because she, like, mentions it as a potential story.
The court? Josie, I am appalled. I am appalled because I have a reporter in there, undercover, for almost 3 weeks now, and I had to read about this in the Trib. 17-year-old Kristen Davis says, yeah, everyone who's anyone is at the court on Saturday night. This is where the stories are.
And she doesn't actually ever go there, which I think, honestly, if she had, she too would have been murdered. So I could kind of see, like, why they decided not to go that route.
That's true.
But she drives by it and you see it in the distance, and there was so much mystery around that. And the atmosphere was definitely off the charts. So I just wanted to know a little bit more about the insidious things that happen at the court. Because God knows, Guy and the trio of girls, they're there.
Yeah, for
They're
sure.
doing some fucked up shit there.
And
I know they are.
it's just darkness and trash can fires. Like, what kind of ruffian activities are out there?
And I mean, just imagine, like, they thought that story wasn't interesting enough. What else is going on in this high school that the potential place where the murders are happening and the bodies are buried isn't interesting enough?
Yeah. Well, honestly, I think Josie just missed out on it because I think another paper covered it, and that's how they found out about.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, another
Okay.
paper covered it. So she missed her opportunity. She should have come right to them with that, but she was like focusing on school lunches, which are also disgustingly terrifying, but not of the same vein.
You know what, though? That coleslaw, I was like, I'd eat the shit out of that.
Really?
I would.
It looks so wet and green.
I'd be dead because God knows that's either old and rotten or poisoned. One of the two. It was
just called coleslaw food.
I mean, what else would you call it? Coleslaw byproduct? Like, what do you like?
Excuse me. What's in the coleslaw?
The byproducts of coleslaw. Oh, the drippings.
Yeah. Coleslaw byproduct by 13 Degrees of Screams.
Ooh.
It's going to be our first merch item.
Oh, get it while the getting's good, I guess.
Yummy. So, like, I don't know, a third of the way in the movie, we see this character, George, who works with Josie, and he attaches a little camera so that the whole office could watch her as she's going about in the school. Do you think this is a commentary on the insidious voyeurism into underage high school students? Several characters mention the attractiveness of the minor high schoolers, literally disgusting coming from some of our protagonists. Again, Rob, which we say he might be the villain. So, like, what's going on there? Like, how is this happening?
Ooh, they didn't look that good when I went to high school.
I am just horrified by adults interacting inappropriately with minors in this or admitting attraction to them. There are several comments that they're looking at girls in tight skirts and they're like, oh, they didn't make them like that when they were my age. And I was like, oh, like, can we just not acknowledge that they are children?
Seriously.
Underage children?
I've seen this movie before, like when I was younger, and I do like this movie, but I never like actually realized until much later how inappropriate this movie really is. Like in terms of these adults having relationships, and like the teacher is so fucked up. Like when I was a kid, I'm like, oh, he loves her, like, oh, and then watching it now, you're like, oh,
yeah.
And
honestly,
he's almost angry at her when he finds out that she's not actually a student.
As soon as he walked away, I was like, is it because she's not 17? She starts to explain to her whole like student body that she's a reporter, and he just backs out. Like,
no,
actually, you were supposed to do that when you found out she was 17.
Yeah, sir, like, what's happening? And I think the point is that he lied to her, but you should be relieved, bro.
Yeah.
It is so genuinely actually creepy.
It is. And how he kind of singles her out in different like social gatherings. Like he talks to her at the bar she goes to. He rides the Ferris wheel with her. He like talks privately to her on several occasions where I was like, that doesn't feel right. Even though like nothing is happening. It's just to show like that special interest in a student amongst their peers is very strange.
Yeah. Honestly, if this was real, the story would have been, let's do an investigation on this teacher, not hopefully he comes and kisses me at the end.
Yeah, when he remembers that I'm 25 and that's age appropriate.
Yeah, it's not okay.
When we do the remake, we can have her standing on the pitcher's mound still saying, like, I hope he kisses me in 5 minutes, but if he's not here, police are ready to arrest him.
I was going to say, it's all actually a trap. He comes out and the police come and swarm him and take him away. Oh, we're laughing, but it's really not okay.
No, like, absolutely not.
It's actually really not okay.
And I feel like maybe this is why I never saw it, just because it might have given me the wrong idea as a kid about like what would be an appropriate relationship with an adult.
I actually Googled this a little bit because I was curious, like the discourse on this movie. So I'm like, oh, wow, this is problematic to say the least. And yeah, I mean, obviously people catch on to it, but I was surprised to find like it still has a cult following, to be honest.
If you can like ignore all of that, it's a good movie. It's just like, wow, you have to really go in acknowledging that this was a product of its time and it's not good in that sense.
Yeah, we did that around Valentine's Day. We did the suggesting rom-coms, which, not horror, obviously. And my one suggestion to you was Never Been Kissed. I love that movie. And it's like, oh, yeah, go in knowing, I guess, that it's crazy.
Inappropriate student-teacher relationship.
Mhm.
I think that's the only thing that helped me get through it, because if it was that she was an undercover 17-year-old, I would have been like, that is disgusting.
Mhm.
But just acknowledging the fact that from the beginning she is 25.
Yeah.
But it also
So-
it also kind of goes both ways though too, because she goes to the prom with Guy. Like she is technically dating a younger man.
Yeah.
So-
No, yeah. I'm glad you brought that up. Because she does, in a way, actually want his attention, which is bizarre. So, yeah, it's all around just really
They're
weird.
getting it from all angles, honestly.
That's a way to put it. So for my last question here, and probably the biggest mystery to me, is in the movie, Josie goes out to the bar, she has a great time, and in the next morning, she is eating her pie, and she exclaims that someone ate her entire pie. It's gone. Like, we see her take a bite, but 99% of the pie is gone.
Oh my god, someone ate my entire pie.
What do you think actually happened? Could this have been a ghost or a demon haunting her home that got hungry? Where did the pie go?
I mean, based on the previous scene when she's at the bar, she was most likely possessed by some bad dancing pie-hungry devil. Because
Okay.
how else can you explain that? Honestly,
literally nothing in the movie at all could lead to her eating the pie herself. So obviously something happened.
yes. Like, there are such dark undertones here that we just don't bother explaining because we're so invested in the minor student relationship with adults.
Right, that's the scariest part. So
I mean, really tried to do a lot of things here.
yeah, I know we get hung up on rules a lot on the show. I'm just going to go ahead. She was dancing on the stage, so I think she may have accidentally summoned something in a ritualistic dance. So I'm going to say that's probably what it was. So she was just
when
possessed.
she was banging the drum and hitting her hip, that could have been a call of some sort.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you're right. I maybe I just missed that part. So pie
I think
demon.
so. Yeah.
That's a new one. So for our ratings, we will rate 4 aspects of the film and total that up to get our overall scary rating. So Stephanie, what did you give Never Been Kissed?
I didn't expect this when we had this listed on our movies to watch this week, but granted, with all of the dark undertones, the inappropriate relationships, the possible possession by the devil, and the suffocation of pillows, I had to give the plot a 3, and I just gave the suspense a 3 as well, because I was really afraid of whenever we would turn that corner and we would see whatever monster was lurking for her, whether it be a human or the devil. And then we're just engrossed in that atmosphere of the terrors of high school and her PTSD. And it really brought up all those painful memories that you don't want to think about. And the villain, there's so many of them, just a 3 across the board. And I did give it my extra special point because, wow, I can't believe all of this is fitting into one movie that is marketed as a romantic comedy. Pshaw.
Wow, 13 out of 13.
Yeah.
That's great.
I
Highest
can't
rating.
believe it. It's so rare. So rare
really
on this
is.
show. But
Truly. Yeah.
But how about you?
Girl, I echo all your sentiment. I gave it 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. And actually, I'm giving it 2 extra points for a total of 14 out of 13.
Whoa, wait. That's not what we do on the show. It's 13 degrees of screams, not 14 or more.
I'm rebranding. This movie broke the scale.
Oh man, I don't know if that's really possible, because then that really takes off the math of the scale, and we have to create a whole
This
new
shit's
level.
made up anyways, Stephanie. None of it makes sense.
No, okay,
It's just numbers.
yeah, sure, it could be a 14, I guess.
Thank you.
I'll just cross this off and put sometimes 14 in the extreme cases.
Obviously, this was an April Fool's Day episode, but we hope you enjoy it. And legitimately, Never Been Kissed, I think, is a good movie. The whole conversation we had about the underage inappropriateness is true. That is all real. So if you do plan on watching this movie, just know that that happens in this movie. There's no demons.
No.
Josie would legitimately die, though, if she fell into the pillows.
Those were a lot of pillows, yes.
So many pillows.
So many.
And Rob is villainous, in my opinion, actually. So
yeah, problematic for sure.
There's nuggets of truth throughout this.
Yeah. It wasn't completely farce. But
No.
But it was a nice, venture into something that wasn't horror, but a fun time.
Yeah.
You can follow us on social media using 13 Degrees of Screams.
This has been 13 Degrees of Screams, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.